Good day everybody, it's Karina here and welcome back to Graverobber. So, last time we ended up on the graveyard to discover what is the last name of our ghost buddy that keeps haunting us. So let's go see. Here it is, Ellery something. So let's script that out. And just like that, here's the doom in question. Enjoying those last few hours of haunting me. Mr. Last Name, well, we'll find out in just a second. Of course, at least, if you are confident enough in the exorcism's expertise of that alcohol-serving friend of yours. Barnaby's yet to let me down. There's always a first, you know. Well, why don't we just deal with it when the time comes, eh? Worrying about maybes and maybe nots is gonna make your hair turn white before you turn 30. Ha ha ha, very nice jokes. And lacking foresight will allow you to forego aging and get yourself in an early grave instead. Let me guess, that's what happened to you. All I did was comment on your lack of planning and unquestioning faith in your acquaintance. Yeah, alright. Now, if you can manage to keep that transparent mouth of yours closed for a good minute, I can do what I came here to do. Oh yeah, right, because we need to also know why Ellery died. Like, what was the cause of death? Now, let's see. What did Barnes say? Paper over the grave, rub the charcoal all over it like so. You know, that's something that's done in kindergarten. I think you have done that at least once in your life. Et voila! So, your last name is... Are you fucking serious? You sound so... What's so enraging about a last name? I could have guessed the goddamn thing first try. Save me a good chunk of time. I hope you are not expecting me to apologize for not making sure I had a more obscure last name on the date of my death. Is it like, either is it some really big, like, well-known high-pitched family in here that you should have known for what kind of person he is, that he must be of that family, or then it's just some like Smith or something. Allow me. Oh my god! Allow me to express 10 seconds word of annoyance, will ya, Mr. Smith? It was Smith! It really was Smith! Oh my god. Really? It was Lily Smith. I knew it. Of course, I'll only be over here basking in it. By the way, it's very nice of you to address me formally now that you know it. You do seem like a formality-liking kind of guy, Ellery Smith. Anyhow, no point in loitering around any longer than I need to be. Should the detective come out soon, because he was on the graveyard earlier and we are on the same graveyard? I can't lie that without question is one point I'd agree with. Who the hell? I knew it! I can read this story in my mind. I gave him a scruffy voice, like a scruffy low voice. Can I do it? I just woke up, so my voice might be a little not working. Fair question. With all the god-forsaken time I spent looking for you, I guess formalities might be in order. If unorthodox. Then again, I've never seen a man known for much other than unorthodox. Copper. Detective Copper. You wanted my alias. There it is. I forgot telling you my first name, because we can always use with some intrigue. The goose chase you put me on these past couple years sure as hell gave me a lot of that. Always a pleasure. So how about we and just let you go, no question asked? Something like that. I spent 2 years, hundreds of hours, and too many sleepless nights to come looking for you. You don't need me to tell you that isn't going to happen. What a shot. Hold on, one more question, and this is just for future reference. Okay, question. I should be putting you in cuffs by now. I should be taking you over the head and showing your unconscious body in my car before driving to the station. But know what? I waited too long for this. I'm willing to draw this out. Ask it. Sheesh, talk about overly dramatic. What was that? Oh, nothing. So, question. Your name's Detective Copper. So what are you? A detective? A cop? Both? Some kind of a hybrid? I kinda had that question too, because copper means cop, right? Or just a regular Joe who chose a funny career for someone with the last name of Copper? How about I answer your question by doing what I came here to do in the first place? Shush Lowland. Lowland, that's cute last name. You are under arrest. Now hold on. You have the right to remain silent. Really, just wait. You don't have proof. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Are those handcuffs? For someone who managed to elude the police force, namely me, for 2 years, witnessing your intelligence firsthand is disappointing. Now take your hands out of your pockets and hold still while I put him on. My sympathies, but it looks like you are going to be putting that exorcism on hold now, doesn't it? You're sure making this a hell of a lot easier, Smith. Talking to yourself too, Dolly nodded. Also surprising, but not all that surprising considering your profile. My profile? Correct. You don't think you'd have a detective on your heels for 2 years and not have one hell of a thorough profile on you by now, do you? You got a point. But listen, just to clear one little detail up, alright? I wasn't talking to myself. I mean, technically, it was He's right. You sound like you absolutely lost it. Who on earth were you talking to just now? Would you shut the hell up? I'll tell you one thing. The station's going to have one hell of a field day with you. After I do, I mean. Next time you see that backstabber of a friend of yours, thank him from me. Giving us your exact location helped. Barnaby? Wait, hold the phone. I spent my socialization time with dead people. What makes you think I've got friends who are living? To start with, Barnaby. What? Don't play coy, Mr. Loveland. This was an interesting game, but it's also gone on long enough. I'm sure you'll get a chance to talk to him at the station, at some point, if he wants to talk to you, that is. He didn't. You're beginning to sound just a little bit nervous, Shasha. I hate to run so soon after meeting you, but... Stop right there! I'm running. Okay. One thing, it makes no sense for you to go home, to run away. Finally getting a bit antsy. You seemed so sure of yourself before you ran in with that detective. Yeah, well, I'm sorry if being chased to my goddamn apartment is making me lose my cool. Just a little bit. So what are you going to do? Well, I was going to ollie out of the window and onto the fire escape, but I see you were one idea ahead of me in that regard. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about, my friend. Real cute, asshole. If you look at it from my perspective, I'm simply complying with the law. Doing my duty as a citizen and helping to catch a wanted criminal. I'm pretty sure citizenship ends after you die. Specifics. Now tell me, Sasha, what are you planning on doing? Well, hell, the one thing I can do. Solve the goddamn thing like I did with the others, then jettison back to my fire escape plan. Good luck managing that before the detective manages to break down your door. To be honest, I'm quite shocked he hasn't called for backup, seemingly being a police detective and all that. Yeah, that's one thing we can agree on. But I never thought I would hear you to say to me. And that's one more thing to agree on. But he did say he was anything but your average run-of-the-mill officer. Going by that, he'd have to have a very decent track record for catching criminals to get to be able to work ever so slightly outside the law and doing his own thing. I mean, which means, and I hate to say this, Mr. Lowland, that... Yeah, I get what you are getting at. Guy's gonna get me. Thanks a lot for the word of confidence. Confidence. You hovering heap of dead douchebaggery. That's hilarious. Hovering heap of dead douchebaggery. Godspeed, Sasha. Godspeed. Okay, let's get out of here. So it is B R prison. Yeah, prison. What? Prison? Oh, prison of what? Prison of glass? Let me pass. Well then, you're surprisingly do me a favor and save the snide comment until we are out of the window, down the escape, and at least good 20 miles away from here. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just be careful not to fall over the railing and crack your head open in the pavement. What did you just say? Or what did I just say? Never mind. Just pretend that was a sincere concern. And if you are really truly sick of me, you can simply hand over the watch and I'll be off now and forever. Believe it or not, now's not really the opportunity moment to be talking about a watch I stole and getting rid of an asshole who's haunting me. I'm losing my voice. Shouldn't talk right when I wake up. And I'm out and home. Free. Shit. There's a reason I'm allowed to work just ever so slightly outside the law. It's as simple as this. I get the job done. Always. Now's probably a bad time to point out how it took you a whole 2 years to do that, though, right? No one else was moving any faster. Yeah, okay. I'd suggest you give up a little more quietly than you did the last time. This time, I don't want to call in my fellow officers. It's just not your style. Something like that. But I will if I need to. Look, I know you don't want to come with me, but I'm sure it's what your tattletale of a friend would want. Look, you big bad slut, shut up. And just how in the hell do you know about? Hell might be better alternative to where you are going. But right now, you're exactly where I want you. The police were nice enough to cooperate my request to let me handle you, even after I contacted them about your escape. I started this on my own, and I plan on finishing it on my own. Now I'll tell you this one more time. Put on the handcuffs and get in the car. Sorry, detective, gonna have to turn your offer down one more time. You're being kinda too nice about the putting the handcuffs on and getting into the car. I mean, couldn't you just force Sasha to put the handcuffs on? I mean, I don't think any criminal is like, you go like, put the handcuffs on and get in the car. Oh, okay, I guess I've lost. Here's my hands. Car. Sure, I'll serve my prison time. See you later, but hopefully not really. Damn it, get back here. So here I am. I guess in retrospect, it's not the most surprising situation for me to end up in. Or the worst. Is this ending already? Well, at least it's only episode 1. Maybe there will be episode 2 at some point. But it's pretty damn bad. I'm gonna need 3 hamburgers and 8 slices of pie from the greasiest roadside diner I can get for good food therapy, followed by a lot of cigarettes and half a day of sleep kind of bad. And I wheel around a corner faster than a hungry kid chasing an ice cream truck in the summer. And I'm pretty sure I'm in the realm of scot-free. But something hard hits me in the head. Bam! Just like that. And everything hurts and everything's black. And that's that. Ow! That's not cool. Oh, it's still continuing. Okay. Oh. Where in the... I'm in prison, it seems. You're in prison is where your own personal holding cell. And if luck has any say in it, it will become a more permanent residence for you in the near future. Oh, that's freaking fantastic. That smarmy detective must have got up, knocked me out, and threw me into a jail cell like a damn dog. You're running from the law. Yeah, and I should have run faster. Guy could have set some migraine pills on the sink at least. Setting aside the hole out of the frying pan into the fire scenario. I'm going to have to figure a way out of here, and fast, before Mr. I just stepped out of a shitty North film comes back. Good luck to you then. Alright. Oh boy. Looks like I'm free to wash my hands as much as I want. You are truly moving up into the sweet life of luxury, aren't you? Definitely, I can already feel the marble floors under my feet. I suppose this isn't going to help you on your little plan out of here, is it? You never know. I heard a guy who once covered himself in a bunch of body cream and used that to slip through the prison bars out of his cell. And you think you can, what? Do the same thing with water? Well, probably not with water alone. But I wonder if there's anything I could, I don't know, use in conjunction with the water to do something similar. I regret to break your fragile heart, but you are a bit low on supplies here. Improvisation L. It's all desperate times. Go for desperate measures with you. I'm a guy who knows how to be resourceful, is all. So tell me, Robinson Crusoe. I was going to say MacGyver. What's your master plan for using the thing to get you out of this predicament? You mean, aside from the creaming myself band? Could you not kindly not praise it like that? And aside from magically getting superhuman strength, tearing it out of the wall, and throwing it through the bars and at the guard? Yes, aside from that. Well, I'll keep you updated. Does trash can have anything? Anything useful in here? Well, what do you know? A sifter. And what precisely do you plan on doing with that thing? Cooking up a meal? I wasn't planning on doing anything with it yet. But if I've learned anything valuable in my days, it's that small shiny objects can do wonders in sticky situations. This tattered up mess of a bed is probably older than I am, complete with mildew, questionable stains. The works. It's like the goddamn Hilton over here. I'm amazed they didn't leave mints on the surface for good measure. Haha, very funny. The view here's even better than the one at my apartment. Maybe after this debacle, I should ask them if they are renting out the place. Alright, so what else is there? Don't suppose I could bother you for an extra set of keys to this cell? Oh, that's an awful lot of mouth for a man behind bars. And that's an awful lot of mouth for someone who looks like they're 12. What's a kid as young as you doing walking here anyway? Who? Me? No, the guy next to you. Yeah, you. Firstly, learn to take someone being facetious towards you less seriously. It makes life easier. Secondly, ghosts don't exist. You don't need a kid like me telling you that. Thirdly, I'm 16 and an intern here. I'd be more than that, with my dad being chief of police and all, but he believes in hard work. So do I, which I guess is a courtesy of his upbringing of me. I still say you look damn near 12. It's fine, I get that a lot. Can't believe they are giving guns to 16 years old though. Actually, in here you can get hunting weaponry. I mean, you can hunt like as long as you are old enough to hold a gun with like parents' permissions, and I mean you need to get through like hunting examination, and then you may use a gun whatever how old you are. And then when you are like 16 or is it 15? I think it's 16, you can get your own gun. So it's not any special that 16 years old can have a gun. They don't. I mostly just work at the front desk. Dispatch, office security, that sort of thing. Well, I'll tell you one thing. You're a hell of a lot more than that detective who brought me here. Ha, kappa, yeah, I'd take it as a compliment, except it's not saying much. So, hey, how's about that key? Nice try, but compliments are the last way to win me over. Meaning there is a way. I'm only human, but acknowledging that, I think, just makes me less susceptible to it. The whole being the son of the head of the entire police force thing helps too. Oh well, is there anything you could give me? I don't know, a snack, painkillers, anything? At the moment, I should only be talking to you if it's an emergency, period. Don't suppose you could stretch the rules just this once?
That's a line I've heard from everyone who walks into that cell. You are insane. And if there's any place where rules and regulations are strict, it's at police headquarters. I don't know how to speak. But that detective did bruise you pretty badly. You bled a mess over the floor while Copper carried you to that cell. And by the look the janitor gave him and me, it wasn't all that fun for him to clean up. You look like you could use a snack, if anything. Can't disagree with that. You sound like you have a pretty strict personal code though, in regards to law enforcement. It just doesn't seem like something the kid of a police chief with that sort of greed going on would do. Being the chief's son, in turn, gives me a little more free rein than most others here. That doesn't sound at all like it falls into the rules and regulations you were just talking about. I might have a strong belief in laws and rules, but I also have humanity. Seeing how some of the officers are, it's a rarer commodity than it should be, in a career field where it counts most. So hold on to it as best as I can, the humanity, I mean. That's gonna... Yes, I know, get me fired someday. Best of anything I know I'm willing to do and not willing to do, I'm alright with that. Here, have the rest of my bag of flax seeds. Appreciate it. I can already hear the gears in your head grinding to figure out how to snag a key from me. Just a little. I'll be back and tell you once I've figured it out. Oh hey, one more thing. Just a question. Did Detective Copper mention anyone while he was tracking me in? Anything about a bartender maybe? More specifically a guy named Barnaby? That's a strange question, especially so since yes, he did. What'd he say? It was an offhanded comment more than anything. He just mentioned something about how he could have done it without the call-in from that bartender, but was glad to have you behind bars anyway. Call-in? Yeah, some guy, the one you are talking about I guess, called us in. He's the one who told us your exact location. And before that, I guess Copper was able to pin down the city you were in. Yeah, I figured that much. It's just the bartender I was wondering about. Alright, thanks officer. Don't mention it, really, don't, to anyone. Like I said, we are really not supposed to talk to anyone in a cell unless it's an emergency. Funny, weren't you making a quip earlier about your brass alcohol-serving friend? Something about him never letting you down. Yeah, but I'm not entirely convinced Detective Copper didn't just find out about my friendship with Barnaby somehow. Somehow. Don't ask me how yet. I've sort of got 10 things coming at me at once right now. Denial. That's sweet. The two of you must have been quite close. Until this little betrayal spree, I mean. But with that tone in your voice, you certainly don't sound all that convinced he's still your side.
Okay, so I have flax seeds. What can I do with them to escape this place? And what police eats flax seeds for snacks? Shouldn't you eat donuts or something? So, I have flax seeds. Do I have anything else? Yeah, the sieve. So I can wash the flax seeds? Alright, time to see if my little loop-based plan is going to work out. So tell me again why you are conjuring up your own personal loop supply. Finding yourself a someone to bet doesn't seem like it should be one of your top priorities in the middle of a jail escape. Well, as common sense would have it, you are right. Even though a nice looking guy wouldn't be too bad for a quick pick-me-up right about now. won't lie. A guy? Huh? I guess I got that feeling. You really have to be that crass. All I'm doing is being direct about what you were skirting up around. Never really had a ghost kinky though. Sorry to break your heart, or whatever left of it after you died. Oh, believe me, it's fine. I prefer my partners to lack the ridiculous amount sarcasm and belligerent self-importance you have. What a shame. Lots of people find that stuff charming. Anyway, I'm pretty sure neither of us are all that interested in each other's romance lives, or unlife in your case. So about the loopsy, I heard this story once, about a guy who escaped his jail cell using this stuff. I'm starting to feel like this is a story I may not want to hear. Basically, the guy covered his body in body cream or some kind of lubricant or something and was able to slide through the bars. You got to be kidding me. No, sorry. Look at the bars on the window. I'm as lean as you can get for a guy who's 5 feet 10 inches. 5 feet 10 inches. So you are not too tall. I mean, I don't know feet and inches too much, but isn't that like 170 maybe? I don't know. Or close. I suppose a craftmaster like you just wouldn't be able to settle for old-fashioned filching keys of a passing guard. Waiting around and hoping to get lucky, not my style, Elle. Neither is calling me Elle, unless you want me to make your life even more difficult than it currently is. Surprised you haven't already filled the endless cell full of Coolian blogs, to be honest. Call it biding my time. I'm simply waiting to see what happens while watching you ride around in a lot of metaphorical pain. Seems like there's anything in the world I can count on you for. It's your amazing confidence in me. You are trapped in a prison cell with a ghost who hates you every facet of being. Your best and only friend has stabbed you in the back, and you are in denial of it. You have an overly detective who will track you down immediately, even if you manage to find a way out. And your best plan is to cover yourself in homemade lube and slide through the window bars. It's not a particularly optimistic, enthusing situation. Yeah, fair enough. Well, go ahead and slather yourself up in your precious escape gear. I'll be over nearby, facing the darkest corner I can find. As dutiful as I'd like to be with this haunting your business, I'd rather not be privy to the sight of you being looped. Thank you. Alright, guards preoccupied. It's now or never. You seriously can't do it. Jeez. I could hear the alarms from the station going off behind me, and I'll admit, I feel bad for doing that to the kid. But freedom's freedom, and it's the thing I need more than anything. I guess we should go to the pink sausage to see what the heck is Barnaby's deal. Shit, Barnes gone. And I know for a fact his shift doesn't end until a couple of hours from now. What the hell is going on? Well, I've attempted explaining to you exactly that, but you don't seem too keen on listening to solid common sense truth. So there's nothing we can do here. So I guess we need to go to Krusty's door. Hey Phyllis. Welcome back! You sure did use those circles up fast. Need more? I wish that's what I was coming in here for. Actually, I've just got a real quick question. Ask away. Have you seen a guy close to my age? Pretty gangly, couple inches shorter than me. probably wearing a suit and has a knack for looking extremely naturally like someone you wouldn't trust in dark alley. Can't say I have, and that sounds like someone I wouldn't forget. I can keep you updated the next time you stop by though. Alright, sure, thanks, I mean it. Well, what else? Okay, we can go back to the cemetery, but what's the point? I don't see no point of going back here. Barnaby. Oh, he's here, okay.
Escaped your cage already, little birdie. I shouldn't be surprised. A little disappointed though. See, I really wanted to finish up here before you did.
So, let me get this straight.
Or I can spell it out for you. I sold you out. And that's really all there is to it. Or well, there's more, but that spoiled things.
Oh, Dred. Shasha, look at those symbols he's got on the ground. What do they mean? I think he's...
Oh, Ellery. You do seem like the type to ruin an innocent Nicholas farm.
Nicholas? Don't they have something to do with... Damn, what was it? Collecting ghosts inside of yourself and using their energy for your own use? I thought that kind of shit was just a myth. Just a...
Oh, Ellery, Elle. Can I call you Elle? Big fan of nicknames. Why don't you preoccupy yourself by pressing out the labels on that fancy suit of yours?
Wait, hold on a goddamn minute. You can see him? I thought only other ghosts, and whoever the person in there is there hunting good or something.
That I can, but I can't lie. I was having a hell of a lot of fun playing dumb.
Jesus, Spawn. Why?
Why what? Because there's a lot of whys to answer and too little time.
Why goddamn any of this? Damn it, Barnaby. Why are you even here?
Oh, you mean why am I standing right here in front of the grave of that fancy phantom who's haunting you?
Yeah. Please do fill me in, goddammit. You, this grave, that weird-ass looking set of symbols you've drawn in the ground in front of it. Your snide comment about being a necros.
But that ruined the mystery and intrigue and fun.
Alright, Shasha, listen. I know you're not going to like this, and believe me, in any other scenario, I'd only be too keen on letting you fall flat and die. But trust me, when I say I'm going to need you to borrow your body just for a few moments, and trust me when I say it will get us out of here, from this graveyard, from this city, from him.
Wait, what?
He's not lying when he says he's a necrox, hurling souls away from their bodies and taking them for his own. Eating their powers, if you will, raise it however you want. There's a bunch of them just writing inside him, even if you can't see them. He's a human at this point.
Or internally caused, if you just want to get into the specifics.
And yes, this is quite a time-limited scenario. Just let me do this, because I promise you, it's the only way out of this ridiculous mess of a situation. Damn it all to hell. Fine. Good now, this may hurt just a bit. Wait, never mind, hold on, just a... And everything goes to white. So what's next? Oh, end of episode 1. Ooh, I can't wait for episode 2. I love this. I love this so much. This is so awesome. Even though this is not much of a gameplay, I love this as a story. So nice. Even though I break my throat by making those speaking noises, especially Barnaby's. But anyways, I hope you liked this, and bye bye!